Hey guys, it's me, 8BitBoy, and this week we have got something a little bit different. So, you may or may not be aware, but the Master System and a lot of the Master System games are actually still being produced today, but over in Brazil. So, a company called Tectoy, they actually have the license from Sega, and even today in 2021. 2022 is just around the corner, and they still sell a lot of stuff. There's tons of videos out there for you to check out to learn more about this. But when I learned about it a few years ago, there was one game that I kind of made my holy grail. I know a lot of people, they don't like that term, and I don't. It is what it is. It's just a way of saying very difficult to get hold of, isn't it, really? And there was one game that when I learnt about its existence, with what the franchise means to me, that I had to make mine. The journey's been fairly sort of up and down, and I've had some opportunities and whatnot to try and get it, but I've never really had the contact in Brazil to do it. And now with Brazilian Marcus, really nice bloke, and my mate Kev, who helps me with the shipping and whatnot, it's made this dream a reality, really. So basically, the game that we are talking about is Quest for the Shaven Yak. And I'm absolutely thrilled that this is in the collection now. I'm going to be playing this in a little while. Really just for nostalgia purposes. Now, I'll explain a little bit about that. This is a game featuring, I don't know if you can see, Ren and Stimpy. Now, if you're my sort of age, you might remember Ren and Stimpy. I watched this cartoon a ton with my mum and my little brother back in the day, many years ago in the 90s. It was a bit crazy, a bit zany, and this for me, as soon as I learnt of its existence, I had to buy it. Getting games from Brazil is not easy. It's quite difficult, really, until you make the contacts and you establish who's who. And that's what's taken the time, really. Once you've got all of that in place, it's a bit slower, but it's a bit like buying anything, I suppose. So I do now have this copy in my possession. Now, this is a port of a Game Gear game. Now, the Game Gear game is, not that difficult to find, but Tectoy did a fantastic job of bringing this to the Master System over in Brazil. And now this will run on your bog standard Master System over here. There's no bother with that. There goes the cartridge. So the cartridge there we go. It's in blue. And here's the manual. Manual's in very good condition. It's been bagged up. So I'm not going to open that. But yeah. Now, as fantastic as that is, I've got a bit of a double whammy. So, Kev, my mate, basically had an extra copy of something, which really, if I had to pick two games that were Brazilian titles, both Brazilian exclusives, and if I had to pick two games, this was the second game. So when I started looking at Brazilian games to buy, there were really two that stood out. And this game, it helps me basically complete a set. It's another Game Gear game that Tectoy did a pretty good job of porting onto the Master System. And that is none other than Mortal Kombat 3. So, again, I'm absolutely thrilled to have this one in the collection now. I've not played it yet. I'll give it a go in a little while. Kev was just talking me through, my friend. I have to include a link onto his Instagram. He's got a fantastic collection. So Kev was telling me actually quite a bit about this one in terms of And in fact, I'll show you guys just quick. So there's the manual in great condition, and there's the cartridge. Again, cartridge is in blue. But he was telling me, see, look, you know, so because I love learning, and Kev knows so much. It's great to learn off new people, isn't it? But he was telling me in the back of the manual, there's a catalogue number. I don't know if you can see that. And that number will match up against the registration number inside the cartridge. So back in the day, if there was ever anything wrong with it, you could take it back to the shop and get a new one. So yeah, so I thought that was quite interesting. Anyway, I'm a bit of a geek, maybe easily pleased, but I found it very interesting. Kev knows quite a lot about this stuff, and it's an easy rabbit hole to fall down, the Brazilian stuff. I probably will look at getting a few extra games as well. But yeah, just really pleased with that. And it just quite nicely finishes off a little bit of a journey in finding 1, 2, and now 3. So yeah, dead chuffed. Absolutely dead chuffed. I got this copy from Lee's Games up in Morecambe. Hello, Andy. I got this copy from CEX not that long ago for about, can't remember, I did a video on it not that long ago. It's about 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that, not a lot. And now, of course, I've got number 3. So yeah, there we go. So they're my two additions to the Brazilian collection. I do have a couple of other Brazilian titles. Kev helped me out with another copy of something, but they're not Brazilian exclusives. These are the really exciting ones, which I'm dead chuffed to have. So yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please think about giving me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content that I put out, mainly Master System focused, then please consider subscribing, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks ever so much.